Okay, I said I was gonna do this like 10 minutes later. It's like 10 minutes later. Gonna give you a playoff preview. Yeah, America. Okay, I just filled out the bracket. I just printed it off and filled it out. If you want to see it, here it is. I'm gonna say it out loud though. 5, 4. So I'm gonna do two things. I'm gonna go driver by driver playoff preview, and then I'm gonna go bracket preview. What I think's gonna happen. Martin Truex Jr. He's dominated this year. Not much else to say. He's dominated. He's won so many stages, got so many playoff points. He's gonna make it to Homestead easily, in my opinion. So yeah, that's what I gotta say on him. He's gonna dominate. I think he's gonna win the championship. He's just that dominant. He's hard to stop right now. Larson and Busch are really his biggest competitors. I'm gonna talk about Larson right now. Kyle Larson's been running really well. He got a big momentum boost going into the chase by just winning at Richmond. So he's got a short track win now. But he's been driving well all year. This is definitely his best year. He's got 4 wins this year. His first win outside of a 2-mile track was this past weekend at Richmond, and he did really well there. He's been running well all year. I mean, he's been getting top 5s at any type of track. He's been running really well, like except road courses. He's done bad at road courses, but we'll excuse that because there's no road courses in the playoffs this year. So yeah, that's what I have to say on him. Kyle Busch, he's also been hot recently. He had a little slump at the beginning of the year, couldn't get a win, and he finally won at Pocono for the first time in his career. He's been racking up stage wins as well. He won at Bristol, which was a very impressive win. He swept that weekend, and he's just been building confidence ever since that Pocono win. And he's been moving up, and it was him and Larson for second seed in the chase, and Larson took it with that win yesterday. Brad Keselowski, he's been kind of quiet last few weeks. He had 2 wins early in the season at Atlanta and Martinsville. I think he can definitely be a contender. He's a good driver. He knows how to win. He's got a good crew chief. He's got a good crew. So he definitely knows how to win. It's just that he needs to pick up the pace and win. Jimmy Johnson, summer slump again. Last year at this point, everyone's like, "Oh, Jimmy doesn't have a shot. There's no way Jimmy can win. Jimmy is he's off his game." Jimmy won the championship. Gosh darn it! Don't ever count Jimmy out. That's what I gotta say. Like, you count Jimmy out, he's gonna win the championship on you, and you're gonna be like, "Oh, well, I was wrong." So I don't ever. I counted him. I counted him out in 15. I counted him out in 15. And then he actually didn't win. But 16, I think I counted him out too. Just don't count on Jimmy. Don't count out on him. Don't exclude him. He's got 7 more championships than you. Harvick, I mean, he got that Sonoma win. So, I mean, he blew a 3-1 lead at Atlanta. I just got that because Atlanta actually did blow a big lead. Yeah, he won the first 2 stages at Atlanta. I think got a speeding penalty with like 10 to go and got 14th. Denny Hamlin, he got that win at New Hampshire and then got an encumbered win at Darlington, finished 5th this past weekend. He's been running really good recently. He doesn't get his crew chief, Mike Wheeler, back until the second race in the chase, which is New Hampshire, which is where they won. He is a good driver. He's definitely a championship-worthy driver, but he really is going to have to drive hard if he wants to beat drivers like Truex, Larson, and Busch to win. Stenhouse, 2 lucky wins, in my opinion. Restricted plate wins. They're wins. Congratulations to him. He got wins, but he outside of that, he really hasn't been running that well. I mean, I don't really expect much out of him. Ryan Blaney, his first playoff appearance. He's been running decent all season. He ran really good the first half of the season. Got a pole at Texas, won the first 2 stages. He won another stage sometime later in the year, and he won at Pocono, which is very impressive. Pocono is a very difficult track with all the shifting and just it being a big track, and just like it's a really difficult track to win. So he ran really well there. But it's going to be difficult for him as well. But I expect good things out of him. He's been running good. He's a good driver. He knows how to rise. Chase Elliott, he didn't win. He didn't get many stage points. He barely made it on points. He didn't barely make it, but he made it on points. He's a 10 seed because he was top 10 in points, and he got 6 extra playoff points due to that. So he is the 10 seed. He's got to win. Like, there's no other way he can make it other than winning. I mean, it's going to be very, very difficult for him to make it if he does not win. So that team's got to figure out how to win, and they got to figure out how to win fast. Ryan Newman, he got a lucky win on a fuel mileage gamble at Phoenix, and other than that, he's got a few top fives. He got one this past weekend, but they just don't have the speed. I think RCR, their 2 wins are from strategy, and I just don't see them making it far. Kurt Busch, he won the 500. He's been cold ever since then until these past few weeks, and he's got momentum on his side. So, I mean, he might go far, but the momentum might get killed. So I really don't know what to expect there, but good for him. Casey Kane got that big win at the Brickyard, but he hasn't done anything else. He got 12th this past weekend, but I don't know what else to expect out of him. Austin Dillon got lucky with a fuel mileage win. I mean, congrats on your first career win, but you were 22nd in points. 15th, the 15 seed, Matt Kenseth made it in on points, had that radiator busted this past week. I think he'll do good. He's been running good these past few weekends. I think he'll definitely get a win sometime. He can get a win this next time. I'm going to tell you who I think's going to win these races. So, yeah, Jamie McMurray, I mean, he's been consistent, but he needs to win. He needs stage wins. He needs playoff points. So, yeah. So, now I'm going to go through the bracket. So I have Kyle Larson winning Chicago, so he'll have back-to-back wins. He'll get an extra 5 playoff points. So he's gonna win Chicagoland, I think, because he's been running good all year, and he's got like a heck load of confidence. I don't even know what that means, but he's got a lot of confidence, which is good for a driver like him. I see Kyle Busch winning New Hampshire. I mean, he's run well there in the past, so yeah. Johnson, I have him winning at Dover. So, advancing, I've got Martin Truex Jr., Kyle Larson, Kyle Busch, Brad Keselowski, Jimmy Johnson, Kevin Harvick, Denny Hamlin, Ryan Blaney, Chase Elliott, Kurt Busch, Matt Kenseth, Jamie McMurray. Being eliminated, I have Ryan Newman, Casey Kane, Austin Dillon, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Now, I was a little on the border with the Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Kurt Busch. If you asked me this 4 weeks ago, I would have Stenhouse advancing because he has more playoff points, but Kurt Busch has just been on such a hot streak these past few weeks. I don't see it ending. And Stenhouse has just not been running good, so that's why I have Kurt Busch advancing and not Stenhouse. But I think it will be a very tight points race for that last spot. So the next round, the round of 12, I got Truex winning Charlotte. I have him winning Charlotte because he's great on those mile and a halves. In Charlotte, he dominated the 600 this year, last year, the year before. So I see him winning there. Talladega is the second race. I'm gonna take a big step and say non-Chase is gonna win. I think Dale Earnhardt Jr. is his last race at Talladega. I think he has nothing to lose. He's gonna be extra aggressive. He's gonna be like, you know what, this is my last year. I'm gonna do what I want. And I think he's gonna get some crazy way. In some crazy way, he's gonna win Talladega, which is gonna be a very popular win. And then at Kansas, I have Larson winning at Kansas, just like he won at Chicago. Very similar racetracks. Yeah. So advancing, I have Martin Truex Jr., Kyle Larson, Kyle Busch, Brad Keselowski, Jimmy Johnson, Denny Hamlin, Chase Elliott, Matt Kenseth. Now, yeah. So getting eliminated is Jamie McMurray, Kurt Busch, Ryan Blaney, Kevin Harvick. I mean, Kevin Harvick, he's run okay, but I just feel like that round might be a little tough on him because if he does bad in one race, he might just be done. Blaney, I mean, I just feel like he's not going to run good enough. Kurt Busch, he's not going to run good enough. And Jamie McMurray, he's just not. He's going to have to do better, and he's just not going to get enough points there. And he's already in such a deficit, not having any playoff points. So, next round, so the opening race is at Martinsville. I think Jimmy Johnson will win that race, advance to the championship. Second race is Texas. I think Martin Truex Jr. will walk away with a victory and advancing to the championship. Phoenix, once again, non-chaser. I think Joey Logano will win and get a little momentum on his side for that. Excuse me. So, in the final championship race, I have Martin Truex Jr., Kyle Larson, Kyle Busch, and Jimmy Johnson. I have Brad Keselowski being eliminated, Denny Hamlin, Chase Elliott, Matt Kenseth. Brad Keselowski, he's just going to fall behind. Not enough playoff points, not enough points. Denny Hamlin, not enough playoff points. Chase Elliott, not enough playoff points. Same with Matt Kenseth. I actually think Matt Kenseth's going to make it interesting, and I think he's going to run very well that round, and that he will definitely make it difficult on Kyle Busch and Kyle Larson with the point situation. But I just don't think Chase, Brad, and Denny can keep up with those guys. So, yeah. Championship 4, I mean, this is definitely going to be one of the best championship races we've ever seen. Truex, who's dominated. Larson, who's young and upcoming, and he's been running good all year. Kyle Busch is recently hot. And Jimmy Johnson, 7-time champion. Very hard to really predict a race that's so far out, but I think Truex will pretty much dominate and win championship. So yeah, that's what I got for the playoffs. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. Talk to you sometime later.